Have you ever had that feeling that you're not alone, even when you are? This story might make that feeling a whole lot worse. It happened in Billings, Montana. Back in the late 1980s, a young woman named Sandy was living by herself in a small apartment on the edge of town. She worked the late shift at a diner, usually getting home around midnight. For the first few weeks, everything was fine. But then one night, she got home and noticed her front door was unlocked. She was positive she had locked it that morning, but she was tired. She told herself she must have forgotten. But the next night, it happened again. This time, she knew she hadn't forgotten. When she stepped inside, a strange smell hit her faint cigarette smoke. Sandy didn't smoke. A cold knot formed in her stomach as she checked every room, every closet, even under the bed. There was nothing. Over the next few days, the eerie feeling that she was being watched grew stronger. Her cat would sit and hiss at empty corners of the room. Sandy started leaving all the lights on when she went to work, hoping to deter whoever or whatever was messing with her. Then came the night that turned her fear into pure terror. She walked into her kitchen and saw it on the table. A half-empty beer can. It was still cold. That was it. She immediately called the police. They came and searched the apartment thoroughly, but found no one and no signs of a break-in. The officer suggested it might be a friend playing a prank, someone with a spare key. But Sandy had never given a key to anyone. 2 days later, she got home from her shift, exhausted and on edge. As she closed the door behind her, she heard it, a sound she would never forget. Footsteps. Slow, heavy footsteps, right above her head. They crossed the ceiling, and then stopped. Absolute silence. Heart pounding, she grabbed the phone, ran into the bathroom, and locked the door, dialing 911 with trembling fingers. The police arrived within minutes. This time, they knew where to look. When they climbed into the attic, they found him. A man had been living up there, hidden between the insulation and the wooden beams. He had been sneaking down when she was at work, eating her food, using her home, and watching her while she slept. They found his makeshift bed, a small blanket, empty food cans, and a narrow peephole he had drilled through the ceiling, positioned directly above her bed. He told the police he'd been there for weeks. He said he liked her routine. Sandy moved out that very week. The man was arrested, but was eventually released. No one knows what became of him. To this day, people in Billings still tell the story of the Phantom, the man who lived in the walls. So next time you hear a strange creak or a noise from upstairs, who's remember, it might not be the house settling.